Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Bytes. My name is Tyler Fox. I'm a Cisco systems engineer based out of the San Francisco Bay Area. And in today's video, I'd like to spend a few minutes with you talking about the two different Cisco solutions around software-defined wide area networks, or SD-WAN. And more specifically in this video, what we're going to be getting into are the two different solutions. One's powered through Viptela, the other's powered through Meraki, and we're going to be taking a look at some of the shared capabilities between the two, some of their individual strengths, and as well as some criteria you can use to help figure out which one may be a better fit for your environment. So with that being said, let's get started. Before we get into any specifics around Viptela or Meraki, I think it's good to take a step back and look at really what has gotten us to this point where why we should be considering an SD-WAN solution. And the first major thing that's driving SD-WAN is really the reliance on an MPLS circuit. So if you wind back the clock to before the days of the public cloud, the way that people would access their company's applications are by getting back to where they resided at a private data center. And in order to do this, we were leveraging MPLS circuits, right, which allowed us to reliably and securely connect back to these applications. But however, there's a high cost associated with an MPLS circuit as compared to a direct internet one. And so this is the first use case that arose for SD-WAN, and every SD-WAN solution out there has this capability baked in. So the ability to offload some of your bandwidth from MPLS and move it on to direct internet. But the big one now going forward is really helping support applications no matter where they may live. So 76% of enterprises estimate that by 2021, the majority of their applications will be SaaS. And these are the applications that all of us are used to using every day. This is your Office 365, your Slack, your Dropbox, etc. And what SD-WAN can do is help your user get to that application the most optimal way, regardless of whether it's in your own private data center or in the public cloud. And the third is really the rising operational challenges of managing a WAN infrastructure. So there's time, money, and effort that's spent going into managing all of your routers and devices, and managing that WAN infrastructure. And what SD-WAN can do for you is really give you a tool to help manage all those devices, and really make it so, when you need to interconnect new sites or deploy a new one, you have a tool that's going to be able to help you out to do that. And you also get, the visibility and analytics that is really seen within the dashboard. So the first solution we're going to hone on in is Cisco's SD-WAN solution powered through Viptela. And although we could spend much more than a few minutes going through Viptela, in this video, I really just want to focus on, some of the high level strengths of what makes it a great solution. So the first thing about Viptela is that it's truly an enterprise grade solution. And what I mean by that is it can scale to over 10,000 sites. So some of our largest global customers today are having Viptela deployed at over 10,000 locations. And it's also extremely customizable. So Viptela not only supports several different routing protocols, but we also support complex WAN topologies as well. And so this truly gives large enterprise customers and smaller customers as well a very high degree of customization. The next thing is that Viptela was built with security in mind. So all of the tunnels from site to site are going to be encrypted. And we also allow for segmentation across the entire Viptela architecture. And another great thing about Viptela is it's extremely flexible. So not only do we have multiple options for how we deploy our WAN devices. So a WAN device could be a physical router, but it could also be a virtual router. So we allow customers to choose whether they want a physical or virtual platform, and the controllers themselves for the solution can be deployed in the public cloud, or really the Cisco cloud, where we host them for you at no additional cost, as well as we still give you the option to host the controllers yourself on your own premises. And then finally, Viptela is cloud native. And what I mean by that is we have integrations to some of the largest public cloud providers, your AWS, GCP, and Microsoft Azure. We actually allow you to, with just a few clicks, deploy a Viptela routing device in the public cloud. And we also have integrations to large SaaS providers like Office 365, where we can really help the traffic take the best path to get to that application. And now moving on to Meraki SD-WAN. So before we get into Meraki SD-WAN, I want to take a step back and just level set to what Meraki is for anyone who's watching this video who may not know. So Meraki was a company that was founded in 2006, and then Cisco went on to acquire them in 2012. And the reason that Cisco went after Meraki is that they were a huge differentiator in the market because they were a fully cloud managed solution. So across the full stack, whether it be wireless access points, switches, the security and SD-WAN appliance, which we will get into a little bit more, but are there cameras, their MDM, their network insights, regardless of what it is, it's all cloud managed. And the way you interact with all these products, configure them, and work with them on a day in, day out basis is through the Meraki dashboard. And what's so fantastic about this is that, if I could really distill Meraki down to one word, it's that it's simple. It's very intuitive. And, they were one of the first companies at the time to really take this approach. And so, um, as you can see with some of these statistics on the slide here, this has become one of Cisco's fastest growing portfolios. So currently we have over 560,000 customers using Meraki with 7.5 million devices online. And um, the dashboard does have an API library that a lot of our customers like to use to work with to write different, scripts, et cetera. And we're actually processing over 100 million API calls a day. So I wanted to just quickly call out the Meraki platform and really how much it's grown from when it all started. So now getting into how Meraki can deliver SD-WAN, and that is done through the Meraki SD-WAN security appliance. So as you can see on the slide here, here's a few different models, what the appliance actually looks like. And same as with any other Meraki product, you are going to be managing and working with this through the Meraki dashboard. And right, Meraki's all about simplicity, and they've really brought that same theme to the MX and how we deploy SD-WAN. So I want to call out a few different things that I think are great about the Meraki MX. And the first is that you can deploy your site-to-site VPN tunnels with as little as 2 clicks. So whereas with other solutions, right, you have more control over how you configure and set things up. Meraki is all about simplicity in that we're able to, with just a couple clicks of a button, get our site-to-site tunnels up and running. And because the SD-WAN appliance also doubles as a security appliance, we get a lot of benefits of built-in security to the platform. So, things like web filtering, content filtering, integrations to other Cisco products, such as Cisco Umbrella or Cisco Advanced Malware Protection, are both with just a few clicks, we can turn those integrations on. But, we also have things like intrusion prevention systems and intrusion detection systems. So lots of great security features that come with the Meraki MX appliance. And then the other thing to call out here is that Meraki scales really, really well. So not only do we have teleworker solutions for maybe just a single employee in their home office, but we can also, scale up to large sites where there could be hundreds or thousands of users. And also, just to call out as well here is that some of our largest customers have over 2,000 SD-WAN sites up and running. So um, that's the very quick and dirty on the Meraki MX delivered, or SD-WAN delivered through the Meraki MX. So now that we've briefly gone over both Cisco SD-WAN and Meraki SD-WAN, I want to just close here with some high-level positioning, which might help you decide between the two solutions, which could be a better fit for your environment. Some of the reasons why Meraki SD-WAN could be a better fit are that you prefer cloud management and simplicity, you're an existing Meraki customer, you're a lean or a small IT organization, right? It's just a small team that's responsible for your entire company's IT environment, or finally, if you prefer physical appliances. Meraki SD-WAN is really built off the MX appliance. There is a virtual MX that can go in the public cloud, but there is no capability to virtualize on your own servers. And from the Cisco SD-WAN side of the house, some reasons why Viptela or Cisco SD-WAN could be a great fit are that we're able to support complex WAN topologies with a very high degree of customization. If you're an existing Cisco ISR, ASR, or vEdge customer, right, where you have the ability to re-image ISR and ASR routers to act as a Viptela router. Another one is that if your site requires more than 2 physical connections, we have more different types of links that we can terminate on Viptela. And finally, if you need end-to-end WAN segmentation, so your typical VRF, across your WAN segmentation, then Viptela could be a better fit. So that's all I've got for you today. I hope this video was helpful, and we'll see you next time on Bytes. Thanks.